Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome out to Merrill Blackburn Field here on the historic grounds of England Air Park, where indeed it is time for the regular season finale 2024 in baseball at the Burn. I am Doug Gann alongside of my man Chuck Perkins, who has made the trip over here today to finish things up, and we'll get working on that. Looks like our... No, he's just not moving. Wow, I thought the camera was froze down there on our officials, and he just wasn't moving. He was very stoic. Stoic indeed. So, again, we'll welcome my man Chuck Perkins in there. Hold on. He's like a... So if you've ever been to the rodeo, and you're in there and you're watching the bull riding, and the bull's trying to get out, and they hadn't pulled the gate yet. That's what it was. Chuck's back there in the chute waiting for the jokes, and I hadn't even brought him in yet, but he's ready to go. Let's do that and introduce my broadcast partner of many years. Chuck Perkins joins us today. Chuck, and welcome back to Merrill Blackburn Field.
I get a little bit longer today that I get to spend up here. Yesterday was a little quick in and out, kind of like the good burgers that we had down there in the concessions. They always do a great job on them down there. But, yeah, a little quick in and out yesterday, then hopped over to B-Dubs to do those coaches shows.
Yeah.
And came back up here to really look kind of like a snake's nest when I walked in here.
It was like an Indiana Jones movie up there. And everything had its place, too. So.
It did. It definitely was laying in a place. And I felt a little bit kind of like my inner MacGyver was fixing to have to come out to make things work. But it all plugged in. You had it set up nicely. And appreciate it, and glad to be back over.
From our home plate cam, you get a good look at Coach Josh Brown and Coach Mitch Thomas of the West Ouachita Chiefs there. But let's take a look. We've added another camera for you tonight. That's our first base cam. So we'll take a look at that one. That is right outside the dugout of West Ouachita, and it's going to get a good look. And we expect Logan Markle will be on the hill today, so you'll get a good shot of the lefty looking right at you, and then we'll go and make the switch to another one that we've got that comes in. That's normally our pitcher cam that you'll see. Won't have that tonight, but we switched to give you a shot of the plays at second base and then over to third base. And then, of course, we've got our Warrior cam that you see there. And there's always somebody going to come up, and there's Coach Ladner right in front of him. Need one of those red lights to let them know when it's on.
Tally lights.
I think they walk by ever so often and just getting a little camera time, and they don't even know if it's on there. But back to home plate, where the mound visit is, or the plate meeting is going on there. They'll discuss all the kinks of the field. I think this is the first time that West Ouachita has been down here to Grace Christian. We've seen them in District 2-5A before as we went up there with the Astrojans in football a couple of times. Matter of fact, we were there this fall. Got to meet our buddy Big Zig up there. And so the folks there are very accommodating in that West Ouachita area. And so glad to have them down here as 446 Sports is bringing you this one. And they'll get ready for the announcements here in just a minute. Chuck, regular season finale. Yes, you look like you were deep in thought. So go ahead.
I just wanted to let you know that I did pass the word to the folks that made the trip up here or down here from West Ouachita, and they were going to spread the word back home for those that weren't able to make the trip to live stream. And we just wanted to let them know that we're all about being positive. Cheer on your team, cheer on your player or whatnot. Make sure they know that you're supporting them. Try to leave the negative stuff, and that's not just, but that's for anybody watching. We want to make sure that, just to any new viewers understand that we want to keep a good positive atmosphere and good support for your team and your players. But anything that you might have to want to dish out, just don't use our platform, please.
That's correct.
Call your coach. Call the coach of the other team by all means.
Email us at nick@446sports.com. There you see the teams that are making their way out there. They'll do the introductions, the starting lineups. Let's turn it over to the field, and we'll get things going here.
The historic grounds of England Air Park, where it is time for baseball at the Burn. For making this season a gentlemen, kindly remove your caps as we
Send bright stars.
You definitely know that it is time for baseball. You hear the national anthem, you see the guys lined up out there, and we're honoring America. And here we go. Final regular season contest of the year for the Warriors. And we will, goodness gracious, it's hard to believe that it is already here, Chuck.
Yeah, and I was going to tell you, you were talking about last night's game, and I'm sure you'll get into this, but I went back and I checked. I think it was either the third or the fourth inning where Cody threw out all three at second base.
Fourth inning, that's right.
That was absolutely phenomenal, and that little cut-up you did of it was also great as well. So
holds a record, I think, by others. So let's take a look around and see what we have there. Out in left field, it is Cooper Courtright. In center field is Talon Epnet. In right field is Braden Wells. At third base, Jack Powell. At shortstop, Maddox Adelise. At second base is Seth Cook. First base is Canyon Wright. And the battery tonight for your Warriors behind the dish, it is Cody Davis. And on the hill for your Warriors tonight, 8th grader left-hander Logan Markle will get the start. And there you see that infield working out. And Chuck's going to be on his toes tonight with all of the different angles. And told him, don't worry, less is more in this one. We're not going to bring out the drone tonight, Chuck. We'll leave that in the hangar and won't worry about that. Next year, though, we'll work on that.
yeah,
And you see Jack fielding that one, and then over to first, going up and getting that one is K-Dub. He'll get that. Told me last night, he said, Mr. Doug, he said, when I'm in there, I'm listening and I can hear you talking about it. I said, aren't you supposed to be focused down there? He said, I'm focused. It's just on what's going on there.
wow.
Let's take a look at our Velar and Green starting lineups tonight. First for the Chiefs of West Ouachita, leading off and behind the dish is Jacob Schofer. In left field batting second, Braden Kazmaier, Kazmeir, if you're scoring at home. On the hill tonight for the Chiefs is Cam Martin. Ryan Stevenson will bat cleanup, play shortstop. Sam Ozark at first base. Caden Graves at second base. Scotty McMullen, the designated hitter. MJ Owens in right field, and Barrett Jordan will play center field and bat ninth. Hunter Martin is at third, and we're underway. First pitch, 6:32 on your Monday evening. And that one misses outside, ball one, and here we go. Outer half in there for the strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Schofer. Kind of a rough outing for Markle the last time out. Cody does a good job trying to frame that one, but it misses out away. That is our home plate cam that you see. It's going to give you a good angle of everything that's going on at the plate between there and the pitcher. Markle, the 2-1 delivery. That one is lifted right field, way back. Braden's going to turn around and watch this one go, and that is a lead-off home run for Jacob Schofer, the catcher for West Ouachita. Just hammered that one, got a hold of it, hits it opposite field, and you see him make his way around. And it is quickly 1-0. West Ouachita on top. I'm letting anything go. It's spelled S-H-O-P-H-E-R, Schofer. Not talking about how that ball was driven out of here. I can't. It's too early for that.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Braden Kazmaier will stand in there now. He plays left field. Where's number 1 for the Chiefs. Chiefs in all black with the red, white, and blue trim.
Didn't have to ask for any assistance on that one, did he?
Inauspicious start, to say the least. That's not what you wanted at all. Curveball misses outside, unable to be pulled back in, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. I guess he might have seen me. I might want to sit down.
Maybe. Whoa, hello.
I might want to stand back up.
A bit outside.
You channeling your inner Bob Euchre there? There you have it.
I did.
Just misses out and away. Well, that one from Schofer got out of here on a line.
Yeah.
Braden going back, looking like he might have had a shot at it, but just ran out of real estate. Not a lot of room inside the park here. It's that big wall makes it play a little taller than it is, but it's not a deep park. Here's a 3-0 offering. And a 4-pitch walk following the home run. And you know it's going to take a minute for Markle to clear his head there. And, goodness, we've got to make sure that that youngster there. You get a good look at our first base cam as both Cody Davis and Seth Cook come out to talk. And that's 2 seniors, 2 guys that have made a huge impact on the tradition here at Grace Christian, talking to one of the future stars here, passing the torch kind of, if you will, here as the seniors out. And now quickly the home plate umpire is going to go out and visit with him just a little bit, and that's all it takes.
Time, huh?
Just in time, he does that. Once he makes the move out there, that's when you see him turn around. Cam Martin, the pitcher for West Ouachita, will stand in to bat, trying to add to this 1-run lead. He's got nobody down. You see that on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard down in the corner. Markle staring at first base. He will go over there. This time, it's a little bit of a slide step that's in there for a strike. There you see Kazmaier leading off first base. Again, we saw this in that game last night with Peabody, that if you're going against the lefty, you've got to make up your mind and go first move. 0-1 offering now, slide step delivery. And you see Cody trying to pull that back and frame it just a little bit, but when it takes that long to move it back over, you're not going to get that call at all. 1 ball, 1 strike. Markle staring over at first, continuing to pitch on his his time frame, and that one is fouled off. Quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you like softball, join us tomorrow night from LSU Alexandria for Red River Athletic Conference. It is the Red River Rivalry Round 2. They split a pair at Wildcat Park a couple of weeks ago.
I like pairs.
I apologize in advance, folks. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody down here. Top of the first, 1-0 already on that home run by Schofer. And that one is in there looking. Strike 3. Down on strikes goes Martin. And that is the first out. Ryan Stevenson will come up to bat. He is the shortstop for this West Ouachita team. Again, we told you that they are in 2-5A, but that will change next year. They swap places with Neville in that. Markle looking over at first still. That is Kazmaier he's looking at. Delivers this one outside and thought about going down to first, but no throw. So West Ouachita is in that district with Ash and Pineville and Ruston, Ouachita, and West Monroe.
And they're finishing up their enrollment in the district.
Right, and that wraps all of that up, and so they will make the move. Neville will move over and take West Ouachita's spot. Neville in that one with Tioga and Peabody and such as that. Here's a delivery. That one misses out and away, and it's 2 balls, no strikes.
And Wassman, I believe, will be joining.
Right? Yeah, that district gets pretty tough in a hurry.
Kind of a stark difference from last year's.
Yes,
play.
It'll make a big change in there. 2-0, the count. Markle yet to throw over to first. That one fouled off, and it'll be 2 balls and a strike. So we kind of measured as you go back to our home plate cam. You saw on the right side of the screen, that's kind of the where the leadoff will get. When you see a runner you start to poke into your camera, you know that's when Markle's going to have an opportunity maybe to move over to first with one. But the Chiefs being careful on this. Again, we told you this is Ryan Stevenson. He is the Chiefs' shortstop. Back of the box he goes, looking fastball. Here's a delivery. Off and going, and that is just a beautiful hit and run, and that's going to get out to Wells. He's going to come up firing. That ball will come into second, and that's about as well executed of a hit and run as you will find. Kazmaier over to third, and Stevenson now on with a single, and that'll bring first baseman Sam Ozark to the plate. There you see, good look at Stevenson following that base hit. Put it right where Cook had vacated as he was going to the bag. Cody thought he would have an opportunity to throw somebody out, as off and running was Kazmaier, but the base hit through between first and second kind of did it, and now Markle will turn and look both ways. That one in there for strike one. Good-looking pitch. Getting ahead in the count is key for any pitcher, but certainly for the young Logan Markle. Seems to pitch so much better when his confidence is there on pitch number one. 0-1 the count, 1-0 lead here for West Ouachita, top of the first. That was a leadoff home run by Jacob Schofer. Markle stares in and delivers. Good-looking pitch. And that's going to send Stevenson on down to second base with a little bit of a catcher's indifference there, but a stolen base nonetheless, as Kazmaier was on third, so didn't want to take any chances there. And quickly down in the count 0-2 is Ozark.
I'm wondering if they didn't see the video from last night on that little nonchalant run down, kind of tempting Cody.
I'd like to think that they used some video for that, but I don't know. That one is fouled out of play over near where that bus that brought him in here, and they'll repeat the 0-2 count. Again, you see our sponsors rotating up in the corner tonight. There's Velar and Green. They are the keys to our starting lineups each and every broadcast that we do. This is Sam Ozark, the first baseman for the Chiefs. He is 0-2. Here, one out. Warriors at double play depth up the middle. Even with the bag is Powell at third, and here's a delivery. That one ground up to shortstop. Adelise is going to have it. His only play is over at first base. Canyon's got to come off, and the ball gets knocked away, and he's safe, and that is going to bring in a couple of runs as the ball just got knocked away. So Kazmaier will come around to score. Stevenson comes around to score as well. And you saw the ball was in the glove, just got knocked out of there, and Ozark is on with an E. Sure, who we'll give it to. The throw was offline, so I think we've got to give it to Powell on that one, so they'll score that one an E5. And Caden Graves will come up, but Markle down a 3-0 hole right now as a couple of runs come across to score. We'll get that updated there on our Wallace High Associates scoreboard.
There you go.
There we have it. An auspicious start for Markle and the Warriors in this one. Not really sure. Don't think they need this one in the way things work out with that win at Peabody. They may hold on to number two, but you just never know how the scoring will, the power rankings will be.
A lot of games being played today, Doug, being the last day of regular season play in the LHSA for.
That's right, but that does not mean that was our last opportunity for a playoff edition of the Warrior Roundup. We'll do that.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Have one of those, and Menard still in it. They both baseball and softball undefeated district champs. There's a delivery, misses outside. Cody thought about a snap though, but didn't do it. And Graves takes the first one outside, ball one. Ozark, the runner at first, he reached on that error, and there you get a look at Sam Ozark, the first baseman.
He did. He has that sliding glove on that right arm. Mitt, if you will.
Markle going back to first, diving in. Just a quick little throw over to get his attention. Already 3 runs across. It was led off by that Jacob Schofer home run, and then Kazmaier and Stevenson just scored on that error. And here's the delivery. That one misses outside as well. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. You saw Coach Keene out there just a little bit ago come out and visit with Markle. Warriors are going to have to hit the ball tonight. You know that already. Staked to a 3-run lead are the District 2 5A Ouachita, West Ouachita Chiefs.
Brackets come out tomorrow.
There you go. Warriors should be firmly in that 2 spot on a collision course for Sulphur. They will be off until in playoffs wise. They've got a tune-up game scheduled for next Friday night, or this Friday night, I believe, down at McNeese is where they'll go play. They're not playing the Cowboys, but they'll play down there. And here's the delivery. Outside corner, 3 balls and a strike. So here's something, Chuck, that we've talked about, and it has to do with the home plate umpire that's down there. And they'll take the chain off of Markle there. But when the strike is called, he's calling strike, and he's demonstrating it as well. So it's not a pause, it's not a delay. Everybody knows about it when it's called, and that's what you hope for out of it.
Yeah, there's been some changes made in with the referee umpires, I guess you call it.
Yes.
And I guess with all officiating, they've made some changes in their rules and what they want them to do, being more verbal and more affirmed within their calls.
They don't want them on the phone out there, that's for sure.
No,
3
they do
balls
not.
and 1 strike. Markle staring over at first base at Ozark and now set to come to the plate in Graves. There's a pickoff over at first, not in time. Diving back in is Ozark, and that's a couple of times that he's got the front of the uniform dirty, diving back into first.
Break out the Tide Pods.
14-minute inning already for West Ouachita as they bat here in the first. First pitch was 6:32, and so far it's just been West Ouachita batting in this one. Lowe looks in and delivers this one. That is
Just off the glove.
Off the glove of Canyon Wright, and now runners are still going as well as he tries to get it in. But, yeah, this West Ouachita team just teeing off here. Graves with a 3-1 fastball into right field over a leaping Canyon Wright, and he's got a double, and that puts Ozark to third base. Graves at second base, and the designated hitter, Scotty McMullen, will stand in there. Just 1 out, and that was the Cam Martin called third strike. And the Warriors in danger of really giving up a big inning here. Base hit looks like it could score a couple. And this is that sort of crooked number you wanted to stay away from. Swung on and missed. There is McMullen. Look at our third base cam, and you ought to be able to see those guys there. You see the Chiefs at second and third. Now back to the exit. I'm testing the bounds of our new 4-camera setup tonight. Markle rocks back and delivers this one just inside. Misses, even things up at a ball and a strike.
Testing the bounds of the 4 fingers on my right hand as well, aren't you?
See, but you could tell you're adept at typing there. So once you get the feel of it, then you know.
How do you know my typing skills?
Well, I'm just hoping. 1 ball, 1 strike. Markle stands ready and set to deliver to McMullen. That one misses away. 2 balls and a strike. Scotty McMullen represents the 7th Chief to bat this inning, so dangerously close to batting around here in the first. Had a JV game out before this one. I think West Ouachita won that one. Here's a delivery. That one misses away. And 3 balls and a strike to McMullen. And this is what we saw the other night, is that a couple of strikeouts, or he had, 6 strikeouts and 7 walks. That one lifted to center field way back and hits the base of the wall. It's going to come in. Talon's got to come up and get it, but he drops it. There's going to have to be a play at the plate. They're going to second base, and that's where they'll pick up the out, is at second base. But the run scores there. And Seth got cleated and slid into there.
He stretched for that one to get back around, too.
So that is officially a single for McMullen and 2 RBI. He is out going to second base, and they'll score that one 8-4 on the putout. But Sam Ozark comes around to score the 4th run, and Graves will come around and score what is run number 5. So the bases are empty now, but 5 runs across for West Ouachita here in the top of the first. M.J. Owens, the right fielder, will stand in there, and he swings through a big one there.
Big cut at it, too.
I mean, just pop up and down that lineup. No pitch as time was called. I don't know if it was time or if home plate just didn't signal the ready just yet.
I don't think he just signaled the ready. Markle was ready to roll then.
5-0. Chiefs lead this one, and that's fouled straight back and a good-looking cut. But quickly down 0-2 is M.J. Owens.
Markle almost looks a little mad out there.
You can believe he
focused.
is. He's going to come up, and there's an opportunity for that curveball from Markle. Rocks back and delivers this one.
Oh.
And that's inside. And an 0-2 fastball inside that hits Owens, and that's just about the worst thing that you could have happen to you is when you're ahead in the count like that, and that'll bring up the 9th man to bat, Barrett Jordan, the center fielder for the Chiefs. Markle rocks back, delivers this one outside, ball 1. Not sure how much longer they will go with Markle here in the first. If he gets out of this, they'll trot him back out there, you can believe, in the second, because that'll give him a little bit of time, and depending on how the bats go. Markle stares over at first, now looks in at Jordan.
A buddy of mine was pitching in a similar situation, got ahead of the count, and coach, the very next pitch, it was 0-2. Very next pitch, he beamed the guy.
Right.
He walked out there and says, "What do you do? What's the matter?" He said, "Well, I did what you told me, Coach." He said, "I said get him." He said, "Oh, I thought you said hit him."
That one in there for strike 1. Two balls and a strike to the 9-hole hitting Barrett Jordan. And the dangerous chauffeur back up there, he's the one that started this things off with the home run. He wakes on deck. Swung through that one, and 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jordan. And you desperately, desperately need to get out of this inning right here.
2 outs.
2 down in this one. 2-2. And 5 runs across for West Ouachita. Markle delivers. That one misses outside, and it just seemed to drift on him. It looked almost like Logan is leaving open a little bit in the front when he comes across, and it's causing that ball to drift out on him. Normally, you've seen him close in the front, and he'd have more dive towards that right-handed batter. 3-2. That one misses up and away, and runners will go to first and second, and that will bring up. We'll scratch through the 2 and make it a 1 up at the top of the book, and Jacob Schofer, the catcher, led things off with a home run over the right field fence over the head of Braden Wells, pardon me. And runners are at first and second. That is Owens is at second, and Jordan now at first. And he sees that one in there for strike 1. It's a 2-1 fastball that he hits over the right field fence to lead the scoring off, and he makes his way back around now. As we told you, the Warriors can ill afford any other action here. Adelise flashing in there. A lot of space, trying to get the throw back. Chauffeur held up on the swing, did not go around. And you get a look at Owens leading off of second base and Jordan there at first. 1-1 count now to Chauffeur. Still trying to get him to come back to the base. And, Adelise is just begging for the baseball back there at the bag as shortstop. We'll see if he's when you've got that much room in between the guy and the bag, and we'll see if Adelise gets back over there because Logan is not looking at him at all.
Yeah.
See if Adelise flashes in a little bit here at the end of it. And he does. There he goes back in. This would be a great opportunity, and now he'll shuffle off just a little bit. That one crosses the inside corner of the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, I still think there's an opportunity to spin and throw perhaps an inside move back to second base.
Yeah, because he hasn't faltered at all when he's gone over there. He hasn't drawn him back closer to second. So.
That's really the first time that we've seen Markle turn around and look back at second base, and time is called by Chauffeur. We'll see if Maddox flashes in again, and boy, still getting a bigger and bigger lead. That one is in there. Good-looking pitch down on strikes to Chauffeur, but the damage was done in this one. A leadoff home run led the way. 3 hits, 5 runs, 2 men left on. West Ouachita picks up 5 runs in the top of the first. Warriors coming up to bat when we come back.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access to
back to live action here for the Warriors, and we'll see if the Warriors can come back in this one and get things going. We'll be facing the right-hander tonight. That is Cam Martin. Cody Davis set to lead things off for the Warriors. Coach Brown has made some adjustments with what he's done at the top following Cody. Cody's been in the leadoff spot the entire year, having himself a great senior season. He's a couple of steals away from the stolen base record, the all-time stolen base record here in a career at Grace Christian. He's got tonight to work on that, and we'll see if he was a game away, if he was one away, or if he was a couple of them away. Not sure the official tally on it, but had a couple of them last night in that game also. Some of our friends from that West Ouachita area are starting to get on there, and they're watching things. So,
thank you.
Big shout out to those guys. We found them first back during football season when we were up there, and we do the Ash football and made the trip up there to West Ouachita to see that one. Cody Davis, and it looks like Canyon Wright will be on deck. Again, that's a little bit of a switch. Normally sitting in the 3-hole is K-Dub, but we'll see what he's got. Here's the first offering to Cody, and he watches that on the outer half for strike one.
We appreciate any likes and shares and subscribes and all that. Just helps us out. It doesn't cost you a thing, but really does help us out.
0-1 offering, ground up the middle. Shortstop's there. Coming over to first base with it, and
oops, wrong one.
Chuck getting lost on there, but that is retired there. Canyon Wright will stand in there and see. So that you were gone that day in typing.
Yes, I was.
Big time Canyon Wright. And so we talked about it in the game. So I've got to sit back and whisper because he says he can hear me. Watches that one in there for a strike. And I'm telling you, Cam Martin has done a great job of getting ahead of both hitters that he's seen.
We'll start doing Canyon Wright like a
Right.
golf announcement.
That one misses away, or I'll lean back in the chair just a little bit for it. But, yeah, a lot of friends in that northeast Louisiana area.
Nick's favorite place?
That one misses away. Trying to frame that one up with Chauffeur as well. Working pretty quickly is Martin. Here's a delivery. That one's lifted high. It's back.
Oh, they're looking at it right
and
over the
it
center fielder.
is gone. Stand
Wow.
up, sing along. That is on top of the YMCA building in center field. Oh, baby. Big time Canyon Wright. That's certainly how you want to get back into things.
Right. Love that.
Maddox Adderley's now up in the 3 spot. He's a Warriors shortstop. And big time Canyon Wright gets the Warriors on the board. Maddox swings at the first one, swings through it. Had his second home run last night.
And his number 2 pencil down there.
That is. First home run was a grand slam. His second one was a 3-run shot. Martin set to deliver and does. That one misses inside. Got close to Adderley's. Well, I'm telling you, Martin is working rapidly. That one down low. 3 balls and a strike. And you like to see pitchers that work. And it's a different way. Some work slow, some work methodically slow. And that one is lifted high. Shortstop camping under it and calls it. Now drifts just a bit and pulls that one in for the second out of the inning. Wellesley will stand in there. He is a Warrior right fielder. Watches that one bounce up to him. And again, a little bit of shuffling of that lineup that we talked about. Davis securely in that leadoff spot, but it was Kenyon, Maddox, and Braden Cook in the on-deck circle. Martin rocks back and delivers this one. It finds a piece of the plate, and it evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Martin sits back again, like we said, quickly working, misses that one outer half and away. Into the regular season for both of these squads, for everybody for that matter, as that one bounces low. Playoffs will begin this weekend. Warriors will be off. They'll have a bye to the quarterfinal round. They're 1 game away from Sulphur. Here's a delivery. Misses away.
Now, does everybody on the playoffs, does everybody start with the best 2 out of 3?
Not at this
I don't
level.
remember.
Down here in Division 4, they don't do it. I don't know if they do it in Division 4. The point is, or the idea behind that is a lot of teams don't have enough arms to get you through all of that. In your bigger schools, bigger classifications, more players, you have an opportunity to have more pitching. But it's something that Coach Brown's talked about. It's something that would interest them. But a lot of the teams don't have the arms. Cook swings through a big one.
Yeah, I knew there was at some point they didn't do that, but in Division 1 and 2, I know they did the best 2 out of 3 for the first few games.
There's the 0-1, pushed foul and down the line. And quickly behind 0-2. Runner at first base is Wells. He had that 4-pitch walk. Kenyon Wright got the Warriors on the board with that home run tonight in this one. Grace Christian would certainly like to add a couple and close this gap up just a bit.
Yeah.
Cook looking at an 0-2 count. Swung through that one and down on strikes, and down go the Warriors, 2 strikeouts that inning, or correction, 1 strikeout for Martin in that one, but the Warriors do get 1 base hit. Score 1 run, that's the big home run from Canyon Wright, and leave 1 man on base. Due up for West Ouachita in the top of the second is Kazmaier, Cam Martin, and Ryan Stevenson when we come back. Back here, it is time for baseball at the Burn. We go to the top of the second inning. You see our Wallace High Associates scoreboard and another good throw down to second base. West Ouachita on top of this one, 5-1. Big first inning that saw Schofer lead off with a home run. Kazmaier scored, Stevenson scored, Ozark scored, and Graves all scored in the first inning. Kazmaier will lead things off. He walked in his first time to the plate, so no official at bat.
Well, that usually the officials don't at bat. There's one behind the plate.
Folks, I apologize and apologize. Chuck's going to be with us in football season, and he's going to be producing, and he'll have headsets that won't be able to talk to or talk to you guys for that matter. Let me just tell you that. He won't have that ability, but we certainly are
so he thinks.
Glad to have him up here. That one misses over the heart of the plate for ball 2. I'm going to get in trouble for that from my buddy that's behind the plate. That one fouled back. One of the better officials in this area, if not one of the best, is behind the plate tonight. We don't call the names of the umpires at all by any means, but we do. He's been around a long time. That one's ground up the middle. Lowe's got it over to first to K-Dub, and that will be the first out.
That's a good camera shot on that one.
Made the trip with the Warriors back in 2016, I think it was, when they went over to Houston to play at Minute Maid Park. You had to bring your officials with you and all of that, and so the 2 teams got together and did that. That one misses outside. And I can't give away who it is. I told you we won't say the names of the officials out here at all because it doesn't accomplish anything in there. But his mom makes the best pecan pies.
Oh, come on.
Enough said.
Oh.
Enough said.
Off mic, you'll have to tell me where to get one of these because I love a good pecan pie.
No, so I could have. There's a ground ball that's fouled off the leg of Cam Martin.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Off mic, you'll have to tell me so.
Well, so I could have traded my Savannah Bananas tickets for a pecan pie, but I couldn't pull the trigger on that trade and pass the trade deadline, and, well, it was too late.
Wow. That's some good pecan pie. Then.
It's very good pecan pie. 5-1, Chiefs lead it in the top of the second. That one lifted high. Talon coming in at center field and grabs that one for the second out. Quickly 2 up and 2 down for Markle. And Ryan Stevenson, the shortstop, who had a base hit back in the first and came around and scored a run. Had a base hit and a stolen base back there in the first. First pitch in there for a strike, and certainly a better inning for Logan Markle through the heart of this order than last time. So I told you got to get there and get to him early. That one fouled back over here near that right field or that visitors area. A lot of folks made the trip up from down from West Ouachita. It's good to go out there and visit with some of them before the game. Got help with pronunciations, and that one is over to third. Powell's got it there. He's going to come up firing to first. Not in time. And that is an infield single for Stevenson. He is 2 for 2 on the afternoon. Stolen base last time. Chuck had mentioned, did they watch a little of the tape, and he kind of slow rolled down to second base, perhaps trying to draw a throw and get the runner from third in. Now we'll see what he does here. Sam Ozark, first baseman. He reached on an error back in the first inning.
Such an adulty name there, Sam Ozark.
That's right. That one ground to shortstop. Adelise has it, bobbles it just a minute, but throws the short way over to Cook, and that will retire the side. So officially score Ozark with a fielder's choice on that one, but the out is recorded 6-4 to get Stevenson there. Due up for the Warriors, it'll be 6, 7, and 8. And again, we didn't get the lineup, and Coach Brown doing a little bit of coaching up there. And boy, look at the Warriors all coming to coach up and talk about and help out a little bit. That is our Warrior Cam that is there, and we'll be right back right after this.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Markle stands in there quick to get this thing going back on, and Logan on the hill tonight for the Warriors has been hitting the ball as well as anybody has for Grace Christian. Takes that one outside ball one. 5-1, Chiefs lead it. They got all 5 of those back in the first inning. Markle puts a charge in this one. Right fielder takes a step back. Now he's got to come in, and he is going to make the play. Good job of adjusting to that out in right field by M.J. Owens. Comes out there, and that first out is going to be recorded F9. And that'll bring Talon Epnet to the plate. Epnet, of course, brings that pencil bat with him, too. Center field tonight for the Warriors with Logan on the hill. Though he played in center field last night, and Logan was over in left.
Okay. Oh, I see the one. See the one that we talked about playing every position.
Think so. Saw him pitch the other night. Andy does catch. He's squaring around on this 1-1. Pulls back and slashes that one up to shortstop. Short's got it. See the little shuffle step over in time. Good throw there to Ozark. And it's quickly 2 up and 2 down. Brady McDaniel standing there trying to get something going. He'll try to get some work going with 2 outs in this one. B-Mac stands in there, one of the 3 8th graders that start for the Warriors.
Yeah, pretty pitch there.
Yeah, you saw
Curveball.
it just curve right off of the river area across the plate. Good-looking pitch. Martin delivers another one, and it was in there. Had an offering at it, but I don't think it would have mattered. It would have been a strike. And quickly behind 0-2, and Martin is just working out there on the hill. That one is fouled off of Brady, and we'll do that again. But I'm telling you, the work that Cam Martin is doing, he gets that ball back, and the Burley right-hander just comes up firing away again. Staring over the top of that glove, a la Randy Johnson, if you will.
Wow.
And that one is ground past the third baseman, and that's going to be a base knock for Brady McDaniel, who will stop there at first base. Collects a second hit for the Warriors. Going to bring Jack Powell. Jack Powell, one of those seniors that are on there. You get a good look at Jack.
See that.
That one again past the diving third baseman. He quickly runners at first and second. Little two out rally for the Warriors, and that's back-to-back base hits out of the 8 and 9 slots, and that'll bring Crash back to the plate.
A little bit of cooking going on.
Cody Davis stands in there, runners at first and second. Ground out to the shortstop in his first at bat. We'll come back up here in the bottom of the second. Cody takes that one inside for strike one. Again, we told you just a couple of stolen bases away from the career stolen base record here at Grace Christian.
Wow.
Swung through that one and missed. That curveball just waited to the last minute to break, but quickly behind 0-2 in this one. McDaniel at second, Powell over at first, and here's the offering. That one just foul past the third baseman. And you see Powell make his way back, and McDaniel ahead of him back to second base. Warriors in those old school gray with the green pinstripes. Here's Martin's delivery again as he looks back to second base. 0-2. Watches that one outside, and a good take by Davis. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Warriors would like to get a hold of one here, put the ball in play, get something going. 1-2 offering now from the right-hander. And it is over to shortstop. The play is going to be at first base. And in time, thought it was going to pull first base off, but I'm telling you, Sam Ozark did a great job of staying on the bag for that one. Warriors get a couple of base hits, but they leave those runners on. They pick up no runs in the bottom of the second, where it remains 5-1. Due up for West Ouachita in the top of the third. Caden Graves, Scotty McMullen, and M.J. Owens when we come back.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
Back to Merrill Blackburn Field we go. Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins, bringing you Grace Christian and West Ouachita tonight. West Ouachita used that 5-run first inning, and they lead this 5-1. A couple of home runs in the game. Jacob Schofer led off the game for West Ouachita. Canyon Wright got one in the bottom of the first, but it was just the work around that 1 run that the Chiefs did that's got them staked out to this. Good piece of pitching by Cam Martin to pitch out of that jam. And that'll be Caden Graves, the second baseman, that will lead things off for West Ouachita. He had a double and scored a run. He put that one out near the wall. I guess it went off the base of the wall over by Talon. Trying to stay away from the right-handed hitting Caden Graves. There is Markle in this lefty-righty matchup. The 1-0, and it is fouled back over that first base side again. So, again, you can join us from LSU Alexandria tomorrow. It is LCU and LSUA softball action doubleheader. Friendly confines. I guess it's the first time that we've done a softball game out there. We've done a couple in this rivalry out at LCU, but the first time we've been out to LSU Alexandria.
Interesting setup out there. I don't know if you're familiar with it or not, Doug. Yeah.
Just the fort. I do a lot of basketball for the Generals, and it is LSUA Day out there tomorrow, so the Lady Generals will be out there.
Nice.
That one misses outside, and a leadoff walk to Graves. Didn't look happy about not being able to hack at it, but Scotty McMullen will stand in there. Scotty hit into a fielder's choice. Exact. Chad, take that back. He had a base hit that scored a couple out of the designated hitter spot. He had 2 RBI back in the first. I'm looking down to the next batter on there. No, McMullen had a good base hit.
Yeah, the softball field and the baseball field are in that little section of land right behind the fort, and they're just kind of puzzle pieced in there, if you will.
Over to first. Good throw, but diving back in, there's Graves.
So the left field wall is just past where it comes out, just past first base, about halfway up first base line to the outfield wall is where that foul pole is for softball on the left field side.
Markle again staring over at first, and he'll go back. This one's a little bit closer, but not in time. Got him on the hip that time as the throw chases Graves back in. And this is where Logan will really, really, really slow the game down. He pitches at his speed and his pace. Matter of fact, he's thrown to first twice into the plate 0, and here's the first time to the plate. It misses outside. Cody's going to get that and have a shot down to second, but it goes into the outfield, and Cook is there to glove that one. Give that stolen base to Graves.
Coach coming out to check on him there from third base.
Like he might have got shaken up just a little bit. But ball 1 the count on McMullen, the Chiefs' designated hitter. Markle tries that curveball and didn't come back, so 2-0 the count on McMullen. Already a couple of RBI back from that first inning. Good looking pitch on the outer half of the plate for Markle. And still getting off good at second base. Caden Graves getting a big lead. They know that Markle just doesn't, I don't know if he sees second base well or doesn't have a move back there, but doesn't pay a lot of attention back to second base. In fact, he hasn't even looked at him this time, swung through that one. They've called a balk on Markle is what they've called. And that will send Graves over to third base.
So will the pitch stay a ball?
No pitch.
No pitch. Or
2 balls, 1 strike. Markle comes set and delivers this one. And, yeah, you got to be careful now with that getting to the young man. He pitches so well when his confidence is sky high. Going to be one of the best to come out of this area, no doubt. That one ground just inside the bag for a base hit. Didn't look at all like he touched the base. Play in at second, but now gets around, and that ball is going to chase down the line. And taking off, thought about third, but, boy, the coach is just livid, too. If you got to tell him that you're not watching it, that is double, and then the throw got him around there on McMullen. He's got another RBI, and Graves has scored his second run of the day. So the run the Warriors got back in the first is gone. It is 6-1 here. Chiefs really, really, really aggressively putting the bat on the ball. Markle comes set. This is MJ Owens. He'll square it a bunt. And that one taken outside, ball 1. Again, we'll visit with Coach Brown after the game on the Warrior wrap-up show. Cook this time flashes in as they see Adelise has got to stay over there. He's going to go and cover third. Should MJ square again once again. And that one misses outside. Boy, that'll drive you crazy when they're trying to give you the out. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody down. Top of the third, 6-1. West Ouachita leads this one. Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins, bringing you high school sports all season long. Quickly coming to an end this year.
Yes, it is. Graduation's right around the corner. Proms this past weekend.
And the 2-0 offering misses for ball 3. Did you have to go chaperone, Chuck?
I did not.
Oh, my, did not.
Did not.
How'd you get out of that one?
Unique situation we have at our school that if you are a senior advisement, in other words, a senior homeroom,
Right?
that is your responsibility.
And you're not.
I am not.
Well, it'd be a good opportunity to go back to second base again for Markle. That one is in there for strike one. Out over the heart of the plate was MJ. Backed up off of that one, but he was out over the plate is what was right over the, what was called a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike here. 6-1. You see it on your Wallace Eye Associate scoreboard. Big lead at second base. And that one misses outside, ball 4. Bring up Barrett Jordan. Barrett Jordan hits out of the 9 hole. And Coach Keene's going to come out and visit for just a minute. Don't think that there's going to be a pitching change. Usually it's Coach Brown when it's time for a change. Everybody will come in there and they'll visit with Logan. And this thing a base hit or so away from getting out of hand, Chuck, here in this one.
Yeah.
6-1 again. The Warriors will be off for, gosh, the next regular season-wise, playoff-wise, the next couple of weeks, it looks like, but they will have a tune-up game on Friday. They'll make their way down. Not sure who they're playing when they go down to Sacred Heart of Ville Platte is who they'll go down there and play, and he did talk to me about that last night on the Warrior wrap-up show. 5-run first inning for West Ouachita. It looked like Logan had settled down a little bit, and 3 of 4 there in the second, but is running into a little bit of trouble here. Top of the third we play. And this is Barrett Jordan at the plate. And again, a huge lead. They've got a snap throwback, and they don't do it. Looking for the bunt again, and I just don't know about the move to second base, but this would be a great time. Cook is on the base with plenty of room. And, I mean, that's a walking 8 or 9 step lead for McMullen off of second base.
Yeah, he's over there a good ways.
Logan turns and sees it there. Now he's looking back at second, but will deliver to the plate, and that one is bunted foul. Good fastball.
Put it at the bat.
So Owens, the runner at first. McMullen on at second, and at the plate is Barrett Jordan, who represents the 9 spot, and they'll get back up to chauffeur after this. Nobody down for West Ouachita in the top of the third. Marker will step and spin. Doesn't throw. Didn't do the play, but it had the coaches hollering, stay on the bag. I will tell you, McMullen did a great job of getting back to the base when he saw Markle move. And here's the 1-1 offering. Be a throw down to third, and they've got the runner hung up. Adelise dumps it off, and the out is going to be made there at second base, and Seth gets spiked again. That's twice now that a runner going into Seth has made some pretty good contact, but McMullen didn't read the bounce off of the backstop, and he's going to get a caught stealing for the innings first out. MJ stays at first base, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Barrett Jordan. Good one on that one, getting the out. That one is lifted high down the line. Wells, he tried to make a run for it, and I think he overran it just a little bit.
Trying to see if did it go foul.
Yeah, it went foul.
I mean, out of play.
No, it dropped inside.
Oh, I
and
see it.
Matter of fact,
Yeah.
Wellesley ran over it a little bit.
Sure did.
So they'll repeat the 1-2 offering here. Warriors 24-8 on the season. Ranked number 2 in Division 5, just behind Avoyelles Charter. That one again fouled and out of play. You see Canyon just watch it go into the night. And once again, we'll repeat the 1-2 offering.
Did you know Repeat had 2 siblings? Both of them named Pete.
1 ball, 2 strikes here. Top of the third, we play 1 down. Swung on and missed, and out. Recorded there via the strikeout. And center fielder Barrett Jordan is down on strikes, and that'll bring Jacob Schofer back to the plate.
I could argue that we needed a joke there to get an out.
We didn't. We don't, and we won't. Schofer has a home run in this one and struck out. So he homered in the first, and he struck out in the first. He represented the 10th man to bat for West Ouachita and looks at a good curveball in there. We play in the top of the third. 6-1, you see it on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. The Chiefs of West Ouachita with the lead. Warriors in that first inning showed a little fight. But in the second inning, not a lot to it. If you're looking ahead to the third, it'll be Wright, Adelise, and Wells due up in the bottom of the third for Grace Christian. So the top of the order. Markle staring over at first base again with slide step home and off and running. Got a play down to second. Oh, and that one bounces up. It's going to get into the outfield. Cody had another runner out by about 3 steps, but he bounced that one off that grass, and Cook unable to hang on to it.
Terrible bounce out there to try to guess on that one, and that's where turf comes in handy over grass and dirt, because that bounce is going to be the same for those throwdowns like that.
Indeed it is. Ball and 2 strikes to Schofer. That one outer half misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes evens things up.
Hearing in.
Markle delivers this one, misses outer half. We'll do the 3-2 offering here. Payoff pitch coming from Markle. He nods at that one, and don't think he throws a fastball here. He may come back curveball to Schofer. It's tough to throw 3-2. Throws it, it misses outside, though. And Schofer down to first. On base for the second time tonight, and Braden Kazmaier, who also has scored a run tonight. He's 0 for 1 as he walked back in the first. No official at-bats. Two down in this one. Back to the middle part of this lineup. This is Braden Kazmaier. He is the left fielder for the Chiefs. Markle delivers this one, and it is fouled off the instep of Kazmaier. Well, you see so many of those players with that brace on the inside of their front leg. If you've fouled one off of your instep, you certainly know why.
Yeah, no doubt.
0-1. The count to Kazmaier. Here's a delivery. Good looking curveball in there for the strike. And Markle quickly ahead of this one, 0-2. Again, if you can hold West Ouachita right up here, you got the big guns coming up for you in the bottom of the third, and Warriors climb back in this thing. A lot of space over there at second base. Adelise is trying to get the attention of Markle, and that one is ground over to Powell, who backs up on it, and this is going to be cut off here, not going, and that is a RBI base hit for Kazmaier. Send Kazmaier to first. Schofer will go to second on that one, give an RBI, and that will bring Owens around to score the second run here. Again, you see the seniors coming out there and talking to Markle a little bit as they go over there and they're going to make a switch and send Seth over to third base. That'll put Jack at second base. A little bit of defensive switch there on the infield.
They were having a good conversation out there on the mound about that, too.
And look, you just like batting, it gets in your head. Powell's going to go on to play at Champion Christian College up there in Arkansas next year. One misses away, and I'm careful that I don't push any buttons on here because they get noisy.
Oh, yes, they do.
Cam Martin, he is a pitcher that has held the Warriors to 1 run through the first couple of innings. And timeout is called. And this one has hitched up to the wagon. It is dragging right along in this one. 7-1, West Ouachita leads it. And as quickly as Cam Martin is working, Lowe is working that methodical. That one ground through Adelise. Adelise comes up and, boy, kept that from going to the outfield. And that saved a run. If it gets past Adelise, who doesn't knock that one down, I got to believe that, really believe that young man is off and running. That is number 4, so he's got to be a courtesy runner. I don't have him as that lineup was taken down. Let me see. I should have it here on phone. Let's see, and that would have been the courtesy runners, who that is. That's Jason Branch. That's at third base.
Third or at first?
He's running at third.
Okay.
Yeah, Martin was the one with that base hit there. So it is that young man that's running at third base for Schofer, who was the catcher. Kazmaier is at second, and Martin the pitcher, unless he's given way to a courtesy runner himself.
I thought I saw somebody come in for him.
And you probably did.
Is number 3?
This is Ryan Stevenson, the shortstop. He's got a base hit and scored a run in this one. And base hit here will damage you.
That is number 3 over there on first running, if that's the same one or not.
No, he's in the game is number 3, so.
No, that's not him then. It's either 2 or 3. Just trying to read the number. 3-0 is a count. A 4-pitch walk.
Indeed it is. And another run comes across. That is the 8th run of the evening, and all the other runners move up 90 feet. Stevenson off with a walk and bring Ozark to the plate. Takes that one inside, ball 1. Again, the 9th batter to hit, so the West Ouachita has hit around in 2 of the 3 innings, and Davis is going to call a timeout and go out there and have a word. 2 balls, no strikes, and just a dangerous, dangerous situation right here. 8-1, West Ouachita leads it. We're just in the third, and boy, a base hitter, a big fly would open this thing up for West Ouachita, and home plate not taking any time or moving this thing along. One thing, it will keep the game moving rapidly along.
Some things they've even done on the college level to
Indeed.
keep those games rolling along.
Indeed, they have. 2-0 offering. That one is hit to Canyon at first base, and he's got it to retire the side. But West Ouachita picks up 3 more runs in this one, and they lead it 8-1. Due up for the Warriors. We told you it is Canyon Wright, Maddox Adelise, and Braden Wells. When we come back, you're watching high school sports right here on 446 Sports.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Ian Wright has accounted for the only run of the day for the Warriors. He had that home run up onto the building in the back of center field.
And it was that high wall clearing.
It was a no-doubter off of the
Absolutely.
plate, off the bat, without a doubt.
And remember, we got to lean back and talk.
That's right. We have to. Now on the third tee.
Yes.
That is a check swing over to first base, and boy, Canyon's not going to be happy about that, and that is picked up. First base unassisted. Sam Ozark covers that one in, and that is 3U. Maddox Adelise, shortstop, he flew out to his counterpart there at shortstop on that high fly ball, and quickly Cam Martin is working again. Well, this right-hander for West Ouachita just, it's his pace or it's no pace. That one fouled back quickly, 0-2.
That swing by Canyon, I thought it was going to be foul. I lost where the ball was because of that check swing typically is a foul shot. But
Yep, and that's one you like that going. I wish I'd had that back. 0-2 offering to Adelise. That one misses just outside. Martin wanted that one, but he'll repeat, and quickly back to work he goes. Swung on and missed that curveball. It's tipped foul and down on strikes. That was tipped foul. They'll go and get a little help down at first base. We'll watch them talk about it just a bit. Yeah, out of the way of our cam there.
yep.
And they're going to do it again. Did call it a foul ball.
Hit the ground, they said.
No, because it still would have been fine if he hacks at it, but it was the foul ball that that was not caught. And that one is smoked, but right at the
Holy
third
moly.
baseman who goes and gets that one. Great job on the camera there. But look at third base. That is Hunter Martin that came in and made that one. And goodness gracious, was hit just about as hard as you can hit one. But what a diving stab at that one. And that is a line out to third base for the second out. And Braden Wells will stand in there ready to go. An Adam Ball if there ever was one. Back up the middle, and another one of those is made over to first in time. Boy, the Warriors are hitting the ball right at the Chiefs, and they're making every play that is on there. That was a good one back up the middle to Cam Martin. So Warriors 3 up, 3 down. That is 6 in a row retired for Grace Christian. Due up for West Ouachita when we come back. It's Graves, it's McMullen, and it's Owens. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school baseball right here on 446 Sports.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and
Back here we go. It is Merrill Blackburn Field, Josh Brown Stadium, top of the fourth. We are on the historic grounds of England Air Park. If you're not new with where we're at, just to the left of the stadium where we're at is the airport. And that one is given flight out to right field, and Wellesley's got it, but it is a base hit to lead things off for Caden Graves. So Graves walked and scored a run last inning. He scored twice, been on base both times, has a double and now a single to go with it along with that walk. Stolen base on the day, and that'll bring up Scotty McMullen, the designated hitter. Scotty's got 3 RBI on the afternoon. Watches that one go outside. Eight to 1, West Ouachita leads this one. Just kind of a courtesy move, if anything, over there to first to let him know that he's still looking at him. Big shout out to those that are watching along and commenting. We appreciate that. We'll try to get to some of those and take a look at them here.
Not far off the bag. Like you said, he's just kind of just a little courtesy.
Just a courtesy move is really all that it is. Just to get the attention. Don't forget, if you're watching this one and you're new to 446 Sports, give us a follow. Get back up here to the top and see some folks that are watching. Nicole Ozark is on there watching. Nikki Wright, of course. She saw her son Canyon get a hold of that one back in the first inning. Ashley Cherry is watching. Linda Strother, Paul Campbell. Pam Graves says Tony and Pam are watching. Big shout out to Tony and Pam. We appreciate that. Caritha Harper, if I missed that, sorry about that. Annie Cook is watching. Cody Pereira. Jerry Sandine. Rachel Duffy has joined in. So big shout out to all of you that are watching along with us. That's going to send Coach Brown out there as Markle goes 3-0. And really got to believe that it's just not been that night for Logan. Leadoff home run was there. And, well, I mean, he's going out there quickly, too.
He is.
See if we've got some folks that are watching over on Facebook. Indeed, we do. On our YouTube, we do. And that's going to do it. That will do it for Logan Markle.
And if any of you folks that are watching that names he's called out, Doug, I'll say this like I said it before, reminds me of the old days when I was a kid, just before Christmas, that whole
That's right.
watching
What show
Santa
was
Claus.
that? Yeah.
As a Santa Claus in the morning, he would talk about things, go whatever, and, you know, read letters. And then at the end, he'd pull out that telescope and look into the camera's eye and say, I see Johnny and Timmy and Amy and just
That's
Stacy and Melissa, and just go through the list. And that's what it reminded me of. I guess just childhood great memories there. Just reminded me of what you were doing there.
Coming out of the bullpen, it is Brady McDaniel, another one of the eighth graders. He is a designated hitter for the night. He will replace Markle. And as has been the case lately, Markle's went on into left field, and Epnet will stay in center, we do believe, unless Markle stays in, and that may very well happen also. Can't see out there in left field. Did Markle go out to left field? Looks like Logan went on over to left field. Braden will stay in right, and Talon Epnet so that is, and keeping an eye on things on the infield, it's Seth Cook, the senior, over at third base. Maddox Adelise is at short. Second base is Jack Powell, and first base is Canyon Wright. Cody Davis behind the dish, and that brings eighth grader Brady McDaniel out onto the mound. He'll inherit a 3-0 count.
Call him B-Mac, but I'd call him Big Mac myself.
Okay. McMullen ahead in the count, 3-0. And that one misses outside.
Let's go ahead and get rid of that one.
Graves will go to second. McMullen at first. And M.J. Owens, the right fielder, who has walked both plate appearances and scored a run back in the third inning. Correction, back in the second. No, back in the third. Don't worry. I'll get it right in about 3 more innings. Pinch hitter there. And that's a good old school official right there. He waves up to the press box to let you know that there's been a change at the hitter.
Yep.
And we'll see if we can get a number on that young man.
21.
21 it is, and he is hit with a pitch right off the bat. Is Cohen Arthur. Cohen Arthur is hit for M.J. Owens right there. And he now will go down to first base with a hit by pitch. So 2 pitches thrown by Brady, and there's a couple of runners on, and the bases are loaded. This is Barrett Jordan. Good-looking curveball in there to Jordan, taken for strike 1. Eight to 1. We are, about an hour and a half into this one. That curveball is rocked to third base. Seth's got it. He's going to come up firing it home.
Missed it. One button
He's
off.
out at the plate there. I can see that by which one's ringing the cowbell. So that is the fielder's choice that will get Jordan on. McMullen is out at home for the first out, and you'll score him 5-2 for the putout. And great work there by Seth at third base, and he's in again. Bases stay loaded, 1 down here. Infield drawn in, trying to cut off a run at home like they just did. And that curveball is in there. This is back to the top of the order, and Jacob Schofer, strikeout, home run, and a walk. And he sees the bases loaded. Cody trying to pull that one back in, but it had to come in a long way.
Yeah. Had a good breaking ball, just started out a little bit too far. Wait.
That one misses inside and just rolls away from Davis. And we got a couple of our other cameras out there. We'll see what the nighttime is doing to those. I don't think it's a terrible shot over at third or at first. That's the one in the outfield. There you go. We're looking good here.
Shoeless, detective here. Detective Shoeless.
I told you guys it would be interesting if nothing less. Interesting if nothing less. 8-1, we played top of the fourth in this one. Don't forget it's LSUA and LCU tomorrow out on the campus of LSU Alexandria. Chauffeur pushes that one foul down the right field line just outside. And 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stand up where we can see a little bit more of this.
And a little less paint on the rump, too.
Right. Indeed, it is 2 ball, 2 strike count now to Chauffeur. Chauffeur up. Gosh, he's as front of that box as you can get.
Tippy toe right there in that front corner on that left foot.
2-2 curveball misses outside, and Davis had to get it from the other batter's box and bring that one back. Full count offering, nowhere to put Chauffeur. That one is fouled off again down the right field line. Good fastball from back there behind the plate, getting back there on those foul balls that are when they have to come back in.
Yeah, base runners definitely off and getting it, aren't they?
Yeah, they're often certainly going here. They'll do the payoff pitch once again to Chauffeur. 5 in the first, nothing in the second, 3 in the third. Yet to score in the fourth. But they've got the bases loaded and 1 down. Little ground ball back to McDaniel wouldn't hurt. Swung on and missed, and Chauffeur down on strikes. That doesn't hurt things either. That's the second strikeout for Chauffeur. And Braden Kazmaier will stand in.
You know, you're talking about that protector on that inside left foot on those right-handed batters. Reminds me of the old shin guards when I played soccer back in the day.
Good-looking curveball there from McDaniel.
There it is. It's the reason for it.
That ball just started behind the batter and broke back in, and he stayed in it long as he could. 0-2 from McDaniel, and expect nothing but curveballs out of that young man. Here's the 0-2. Misses away, but I think it was intended there. But when you're falling off and starting it that far out, it was just good awareness by Kazmaier to pick up on that. Ball misses up and away now, and after throwing 2 strikes, there's 2 straight out of the zone, trying to get Kazmaier to chase something perhaps. Swung on and missed, and down on strikes, and that will retire the sides. Brady McDaniel does a good job. Going to leave it right here and let you watch what's going on. I'm going to step away for just a moment.
So while Doug's away, I figured I'd take a quick opportunity. Chuck Perkins comedy time here between inning jokes. So I work at I used to work in an alphabet soup factory, but don't laugh at me. I made 50 G's last week while working. Never mind. Let's moving on here before he gets back. Why is dark spelled with a K and not a C? Because you can't see in the dark. Oh, goodness, Doug's back. Stopping now.
Seth Cook stands in there, bottom of the fourth for the Warriors, and I don't know the jokes that you had to deal with, but I apologize without me even knowing about it.
It was just 2.
So when you post videos, Facebook asks you, do you want to mute certain sections of the video? Quickly down 0-2 in this one. Cook down on strikes, takes that one looking. And there's another one. That's 2 thrown out on one play here. And Brown is going to come down here, and that's the one angle we don't have.
Right there on the edge of the line.
So Seth strikes out to lead things off, and he is chunked in this one. And then one of the parents has something to say about it, and he gets run out too. Yeah, that's tough, and Logan Markle will now stand in there. So Cook strikes out, and he gets thrown out of the game. And they seem like a very quick ejection there.
Yeah.
That one out of half, strike 1. To Markle, and that thing escalated pretty quickly. Lifted high, second base camping out under it, and he's going to get it for the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down. 6 and 5 in a row now retired. Cam Martin doing a great job, and Talon Nepnet will stand in there. And boy, you don't have any time to relax against Martin as he is quickly in there, ready to go. Swung on there and 0-2. And I think this is, so in Banana Ball, they keep records of how quick the inning goes.
Oh,
and I've
wow.
got to believe this is one of those that would rank right up there if Epnet is not able to hang on. Misses that one outside.
Pencil that one in there.
Setting up outer half, trying to get Epnet to chase one. Misses that one out over the middle of the plate.
Ball quickly back in there by Blue.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouled back and off the catcher. He's unable to hang on to that one. And you see the difference, Chuck, on what happened here with the home plate umpire walking that ball out. You know what he's doing?
He's given the catcher time to try to make sure his toenail did not come off of his toe.
You've come a long way, Chuck. You've
Yes.
come a long way, buddy.
He also gave him a chance to pick the one up by the backstop and hand it to him. So
1 ball, 2 strikes. Cam Martin set to deliver this one. Swung on and missed and down on strikes. For the Warriors, 3 up, 3 down. That is 7 straight set down by Martin. 2 up for West Ouachita. If my book is right, it will be Martin, Stevenson, and Ozark when we come back. And I am going to go to commercial. I can't subject you guys to this again. So we're going to stay right here and get a...
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Couple of changes here now. Canyon Wright goes over to first base. Third base, and Ty Tarver will make his way over to first base now. And leading off here, get that number. Good looking curveball in there. That's number 9, Cam Martin. We thought, yeah, that is a pitching boy. He's held the Warriors in check, save for that 1 run by Canyon. We play in the top of the 5th. That one lifted out to right field. Braden didn't see it at first, but has a bead on it there, and 1 up and 1 down. McDaniel's come in, and he's been throwing the ball very, very well here. He's retired 3 in a row now with that one. Ryan Stevenson, the shortstop, stands in. He has base hit. Reached on an error.
That was a beautiful curveball. You were looking down it right at him, and it just broke right at that last moment across the plate.
That's that Brady McDaniel curveball, without a doubt. He throws it, and he's got just a ton of spin on it. I don't think he's overworking. He's out there just throwing the ball, and there it is again. I don't know what you're going to do with that pitch, though, as a batter.
Yeah. Thinking it's coming on the inside.
Trying to get him to chase that one that hits up in the turf.
Just ahead of the plate.
Regular season finale for both of these squads. Regular season wraps up today. McDaniel twists off another curveball, and that one stays back and fouled to the right. Good job of staying back, Ryan Stevenson, on that one. McDaniel, the 2-2. A little too much twist. So the difference in the curveballs, you saw how that one had a little more speed on it. He hung on to it and tried to overthrow it that time. He's got to just let his motion work on it.
Mm-hmm. Saw that.
That one ground past the diving Jack Powell at shortstop. A good piece of hitting. So Stevenson on base for the 4th time tonight. That is his 3rd base hit, 3 for 3 with a walk. Reached base all 4 times, and Sam Ozark, who scored a run back in that 5-run first. will stand in there and bat from the left side. This now, that curveball ought to turn right into this left-handed batter. Well, that's a tough matchup here. Cody double pumps, thought about going down to first base. Ozark did a good job of just standing his ground. But you got to be careful not to hang one here.
Yeah. Pretty, but a little low, look like.
Warriors playing definitely to pull. Adelise is out near second base. You see Tarver holding on the runner there. That one fouled back into the screen right here beside us. And it's 2 balls and a strike to the big hitting first baseman, Ozark. Things just got started wrong. That 5-run first inning, lead-off home run by Schofer. Throw back to second now and get the runner. And that is a caught stealing as, boy, at first base just off and going too quick was Stevenson. And he's going to be caught 1-6 on the putout. And that's 2 outs. A little bit aggressive there by West Ouachita. And Ozark will stand in ready to go. Swung right through that curveball and tried to hit that over the tennis court batting cage that's out there.
Indeed.
The Keith Stokes hitting facility. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Daniel throws that curveball, and it's chased over near where the clubhouse is. And you heard the glass. I think that was a window from the clubhouse over there is what that one was.
Hopefully it's not my truck because I'm
Right.
over that way too.
Well, the only good thing is that one was hit too low and too much on a rope that it didn't make it out of the field of play or out of the inside stadium part.
I'm chasing
And
it.
that ball gets away on the 3rd strike down to first to Tarver, and he's unable to get it. And that ball is going to get down the right field line and send Ozark to second base. So it is just
The ball was rolling all the way out here. Left fielder had to come up and put a glove on it.
it is just worst fears realized tonight for the Warriors. They have been unable really to function. And I've got to believe it might be a little bit of fatigue out here. So that's going to be a K, a drop 3rd strike. And that will bring Caden Graves. Warriors on their 5th game in 5 days and the tail end of a 33-game season. If they sit at 24-8 right now, it's 32. This is game 33. The max you can play is 34 in a season. One misses and gets away. And no throw down to first. Much needed rest going to come up for the Warriors over the next few days. They'll be out here practicing without a doubt, but they can get their game legs back under them here. Curveball misses outside, outer half, 4-2. McDaniel peers in. Now he's going to throw. Good-looking curveball there. Boy, when he throws it, and he doesn't try to overthrow it. The ball has so much natural movement on it that when he hangs on to it and tries to really spin it, it tends to drop off. That's that good-looking one again. He lets his arm motion and the ball work and not try to get too much on the velocity side of it.
It's kind of like me trying to hit the golf clubs.
See, don't overswing. That one misses outside, and he started that over the middle of the plate. And, that was a good foot off of the plate.
Been a good chaser.
3 balls, 2 strikes. And that one again off the plate. The other one was a little closer. Had a little bit better look at it. But still ball 4, and that sends Graves down to first base. Scotty McMullen will bat for the third time in 3 innings.
You can hear the hum of the airport out here. Planes.
We are definitely out here at England Air Park. Ozark has found his way over to third base, and he had struck out in the inning, but the drop third strike was thrown down the right field line. What a secondary move that time by Ozark, as he looked like he might have been attempting to steal home the way he was off and going. Hurriedly back to third base. Brady Cumset nods his approval over and over and over and throws that curveball in there. And out of there was McDaniel. He didn't want to get hit. He's seen the ball that Cody can throw.
No part of that. Wanted no part. He was trying to become the turf.
Nothing in 1. That ball called a strike. You got it on the scoreboard. There you go.
Yep.
But look, Brady was ducking and covering. This is McMullen, who is down in the count 0-2.
And laughing about it, too, up there.
Well, you sometimes, and it's the end of the season. It's a long year. You got to get past the emotion of it and just have fun. That one ground back to Brady. He's going to glove it there over to first in time to retire the side. So a lot of activity here in the top of the 5th, but held scoreless. We'll be back right after this. Back to work we go in the bottom of the 5th. Brady McDaniel will stand in there, ready to go to work. Just his second at-bat in this game. And that shows you how bad things have went for the Warriors tonight. Seven in a row retired since the McDaniel and Powell back-to-back base hits that you thought back in a second thought might give the Warriors a little bit of momentum in a game that was 5-1 at that point. But Cam Martin has just settled in and is throwing a dandy one. Diving stab at it at third. McDaniel's hustling down the line. And that's going to be an infield single for Brady McDaniel. You don't hear those two things said in the same sentence, do you? Infield single by Brady McDaniel. I don't know if there's anybody that's going to – this 8th grade class that is out here, dude, I'm telling you, they've got fire in them.
And they're getting a courtesy runner for McDaniel.
Because he is the pitcher now, they can run a courtesy. We'll see who it is that comes out there. Hunter Lonsberry will come out to run at first base. Got to talk to his dad a little bit earlier prior to the game, so good to see him. So that is the first base hit since McDaniel and Powell had a hit, and Brady's 2 for 2 on the afternoon. Good take by Powell to hold off of that one. And that's ball one. Warriors just need to put a little bit together, chip away, and climb back in this thing. Bottom of the fifth, so they've got 9 outs remaining. Take advantage of those. That one lifted high from Powell out into center field. Center fielder and left fielder coming over. Center fielder steps right in front, and that is Barrett Jordan. Davis is 0 for 2 on the night. Stands in there, giving him a lot of room over in that right center field gap.
They really did, didn't they? Wow.
Playing Cody definitely to pull, and why not? If you've seen any scouting report there is, you know that he is up there hacking.
Yes.
Like to see him use a little bit more of that field over there, but even like him seeing more than that, put one over the Possum's landing. Check swing, good take there from Davis, and it's a ball and a strike. Been quiet the last couple of innings in here, both sides of it, scoring-wise. Davis takes that one on the outer half. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Canyon Wright, who's in the 2 spot, waits on deck. That one lifted high, but to left field. He's going to get it. Camps under it, and the play is made. So the Warriors yesterday scored 9 runs in the 5th with 2 outs. Wright's done the only damage tonight for the Warriors. He had that home run back in the 1st. Still don't think it's landed.
I have another ride for another one here in just a second.
Martin looks in and delivers. Outer half for strike 1. Nothing in 1 the count to K-Dub. 2 down here, bottom of the 5th. Warriors trailing it big. That one is lifted high. That one is lifted back, and it is gone.
What'd I say, Doug?
Home run, Canyon Wright. That's his 2nd of the night. Now, it's gotten a little closer there. Big time Canyon Wright goes shopping at the gap on that one. He ends up hitting that telephone pole out there by Wewer. And Canyon Wright having himself a night, folks. 3-run bomb for K-Dub, and it's 8-4.
2-run bomb, right? Or was it 3? Wow. Okay. Absolutely. Don't listen to me.
Smoked past the third baseman there. And Maddox is aboard.
So sprouts, right? In bunches.
Braden Wells comes in there again, the 2 outs. Yeah, so it was just a 2-run home run. Yeah, you just had Lonsbury was on base. And when Canyon hit that one, and now Coach Thomas going to come out and talk to Cam Martin, who's thrown himself a pretty good game, but this is the 3rd time through the lineup. And they seem like the Warriors are timing that one up. Yeah, so Jack and Brady led off with a base hit. Lonsbury came in to run for him. Jack flew out to center field. Davis was out, and Canyon hits his 2nd home run of the night. What a bomb that was. And it is 8-3. So, again, we told you the Warriors scored 9. Well, yesterday, little Sunday afternoon baseball, they scored 9 on a Peabody team that put up a pretty good effort in that game. They played so solidly while the world was enjoying Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yes, we did.
Then we were out here playing ball.
Luck of the draw.
B. Wells stands in there. The Warrior right fielder. They play him straight away here. Cam Martin looks in, delivers. That one bounces down, low ball 1 to Wells. Again, normally you would see Cook on deck, but he was run back in the 4th inning. That one down low as well, and you got to believe this may be the last hitter for Cam Martin. Wind starting to blow out there, I guess. I don't know.
It's a little one. Might be
that one right down the heart of the plate. Yeah, I
don't know his name, but it may be Wendell.
They've been up and down the stairs that are there
Yes.
that come up to the press box.
Short game of pea pie.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Warriors trail it by 5. 2 Canyon Wright home runs have been the difference. If you're doing the math, he can come back up. Like to see him come back up in this inning, but he will hit again before this game is over with. And 3 balls and a strike now. Wells, a lot of times, he's hit up and down the lineup this year. Spent a lot of time in the 2-hole. That one smoked over to third, but it is gloved, and we've seen some big plays out of the West Ouachita third baseman, Hunter Martin, and he gloves that one to get out of the inning for West Ouachita. But it's a 2-run home run, the second of the night for big-time Canyon Wright, that gets this a little bit closer as we move to the 6th. We'll be back right after this.
On 446.
Well, you got to hang. You see Wellesley come into the camera there, and you know that he's looking for some air time, and we'll let him have it as he hustles out. We'll be right back. So with Chuck, you get jokes. When I get there, I get to mess with the camera angles and the buttons and such.
That's because I'm always doing that, and you just don't ever get to play with those buttons.
That's right. That's right.
You're too professional for me.
That one ground over to third base. Canyon's going to come up firing. Not in time. Good stretch over there at first.
Great stretch indeed.
Young man just into the game last inning, but that is an infield single for M.J. Owens. To lead things off in the 6th. And I don't think anybody would have got that one.
No. That was one of those slowly rollers.
Good curveball, and that was double hit. Found that one up into it. Jordan trying to lay that one down. It took us 30, how many games, Chuck, to finally get the camera angles right and the OBS-bot working and all of that?
And all the equipment we needed.
And all of that. Brady McDaniels has been all curveballs, and that's had this West Ouachita team chomping at the bits to run. Bases were loaded last inning. There's a bunt back to McDaniel. He's going to come around and fire to second base. What a play over to first, not in time. But a good play over at first by Tarver to come down with that one. Good work. So you'll retire M.J. Owens 1-6, and Jordan will reach 1-5 on that. Yeah, that's one. Second baseman got it. It was 1-4. Thought it was coming across the far side of it. Jordan reaches on a fielder's choice. That'll bring Schofer to the plate. He's having himself a pretty good night. Has the home run to lead things off. Scored the run, of course, there. A couple of strikeouts. Walked and scored back in the third. And he'll hit for his fourth time tonight. Fourth official for the fifth time, but the fourth official at bat. That one just outside. Thought they might have an opportunity at a caught stealing. Two balls, no strikes. Good-looking curveball. And I'm telling you, that's what you hear. And that's the pitch that really kept Northwood Shreveport at bay in that game.
Yeah. And you've seen the batters here that first time they see that one come up, they're thinking it's fixing to hit them.
Daniel takes a while to get ready, and that curveball hit right up the middle. They were playing him to pull. Unable to get to that one. Well, the Warriors defense, so I'm looking around at, you got Canyon at third base. Adderley's there at shortstop for the only one really in his regular position. Jack Powell over at second base. Ty Tarver at first base. And, of course, McDaniel and Cody Davis in the outfield. Talon's in center field. Markle in left. And they've got him played way. He's over there by where Jimmy Miller and Jacob Harrison's jerseys are retired by that Possums
Porch.
Possums Porch, Possums Landing, Possums, something like that. Curveball didn't curveball there, and the bases are loaded with one down.
There's a place in Alabama, a buddy of mine is from, a small place called Possum Bend. I told him there's no possible way that there's a place named Possum Bend. He took a picture of the sign of all 187 population.
What was that place in Alabama that we met the Carwiles from? Skillet Lick?
Lick Skillet.
Lick Skillet, Alabama. Group of folks saw Zeke commit, and he'll go play his football in Kentucky. Not at Kentucky. That one driven past the diving Adderleys, and one run comes in to score. And that is the pitcher Cam Martin that gets that one in West Ouachita, going station to station here.
Indeed, they did.
One run across now for West Ouachita, and it's 9-3 in this one. You see it on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Brady delivers this one, and it is lifted high, and it is back, and it is gone. Grand slam home run for Ryan Stevenson. And boy, oh boy, did he put a charge in that one.
You know what that means, Doug?
That means he hit the ball a long way.
And on your score, it does what?
Ryan Stevenson just flat hammered that ball.
He did. Right there just to the left of center field wall.
Stevenson on the night has a single, and that'll do it for Brady McDaniel tonight. Knew that. Stevenson just hit the ball a long way. That's 4 RBI with one swing of the bat. Let's see. He had a single in the first, a stolen base, and scored a run. Reached base on another single there, so he is 3 for 4 on the night. Correction, 3 for 5 on the night. No, 3 for 4 because he walked back in the third as well. But Stevenson had a pretty good game, and that'll bring Jack Powell into the game. Didn't have to look at his number when I see him line up there. Again, he'll play his football or his baseball at Champion Christian College up in Arkansas.
Nice.
Lick Skillet, Alabama. That's where they're from. The Carwiles are from there.
Lick Skillet.
That's right, Lick Skillet. Didn't know that was a place. Then I heard the story behind it. Said, well, dadgummit, if I ever get opportunity to make it that way. That home run, that grand slam chases Brady McDaniel out of the game, and he was very, very solid tonight. But you kind of saw him just running out of gas.
Yeah.
Curveball was there, but he just got back on it.
More pitch in him here, according to the umpire.
So this sign went up in 2021 by Alabama Folklife Association, William G. Pomeroy. It is there in Oxford, Alabama, in Calhoun County. It's on Snow Street, nor Hale Street, H-A-L-E. And the inscription says, Oxford's former name recalls scarcity on the frontier when a traveler was fed but had to lick the skillet.
Nice.
Lick skillet out. Going to be a fair ball into the corner.
Pushed over.
And hustling down is Ozark.
Uh-oh. We've lost our camera out in the outfield.
We lost our
Outfield camera.
Oh, yeah, we did. No video input, it says. Everything's on in here, so our battery... Well, I thought we had it plugged in out there.
That's the what you call it?
Camera?
Unless the camera is gone. It is...
Yeah, we did. We used up all 277 minutes of that's when in this game as we play on in the sixth. Ozark's had a pretty good night tonight himself, but I think everybody threw the lineup for, yeah, that one's gone.
Dang.
Everybody threw the lineup. As long as we've got the OBS bot, we're good to go.
Yeah.
We'll
First
get
and
back
third.
behind the plate. That one is out into right field and past Wells, and a run is going to come around to score, and that'll be 14-3. So the Warriors are going to have to score a couple in the bottom of the sixth if they want this to continue. Ozark comes around to score, and that is now 6 runs put up by West Ouachita. They lead this one 14-3. Touchdown and onside kick, and we're right back in it. Caden Graves, with that base hit, scored the run, and Scotty McMullen. Seems like we've had him up most of the night.
Okay.
Getting your bearings straight there, Chuck.
Yes, indeed.
See if we can freshen up that OBS-bot a little bit for you, that view.
Chuckify it, brighten it up some.
All set to deliver this one, and it goes behind McMullen. Our best not to mess up the only views that we do have. Bear with me, Chuck, if I change it too much. Yeah, we did. Got it. Go the other way and try to brighten it some. Let's see what that does to it. Yeah, that's not bad. We'll leave it there. Looks like they turned the lights on here. This one kind of definitely getting out of hand in this one. Home run in the first by Show for grand slam in the sixth by Stevenson. And
Home run and 4 of the runs.
yeah, he's had himself a night. Has Stevenson scored a couple, now has 4 RBI on the night. One swing of the bat. I believe this probably wraps up the season for West Ouachita. We'll kind of get an idea on where they're at in this one.
As far as
The power
potentials.
rankings, and I just think that they were down at 27, I believe, but I'll have to take a look at it and see.
Struggling to find the plate.
Yeah, the Warriors, I'm telling you, there's certainly been an effect on the arms of these Warriors. That one lifted high. That one lifted deep, and it is gone over the Possums landing. And that's a 3-run shot, and the Warriors just unable to get out of things. This is a 9 spot now, and we talked about 9 runs by the Warriors in the 5th inning last night. They have given up 9 in this one, and oh, baby.
Brown coming out for a visit.
Coach Brown walking just about as fast as I've ever seen him walk to the mound, and Crash is going to go off, and that looks like we may see Cody Davis on the hill for the Warriors tonight. If it is, we'll have to see who they put back there at catcher. But I'll tell you, the moment that this thing started spiraling downhill is when Seth was run, and it's just been downhill since then. And Brown's going to come over there and continue things from. No, he's just talking lineup. I thought he might have come back, and I don't know if that's a little too bright, Chuck.
Well, I know he's probably letting him know that if Cody's going off, that he's going to have somebody come in for catching and having to get ready.
And it might just take a minute.
Yeah. I wonder if we could get Blue to do YMCA out here.
I don't think he's the fella from the Savannah Bananas that'll do the dancing up. I don't think so.
We could try. Since you know him, Doug.
I know that's why he's not going to do it. That I know.
But if he saw you doing it.
He's not. I think that's a good-looking shot there.
That is good-looking.
Tungsten, they call it.
Oh. A precious metal.
Davis going to go to the hill for the Warriors tonight. Just trying to slam the door on this thing somehow, stop the bleeding, whatever you want to call it. Good to see that young man out there. And I know, you talk about these pitchers.
B-Mac? No.
No, it shouldn't be. I would have thought perhaps it would have been Talon, but it's not.
Well,
Mike, we'll go to you on. Is it Coop? Cooper Courtright stands in there. Just a tough night all around for the Warriors. But they will be headed to the playoffs, and they'll have a couple of weeks to get this taste out of their mouth. This has been a bully beatdown is what this has been tonight.
yeah.
I said there'd be days like this. Cody Davis will get to take the hill on his final regular season game here at the Burn. He'll be back for quarterfinal action in the playoffs. Game approaching the 3-hour mark. Chuck, what time did you put the ending for?
You set that up.
I somehow, because my phone's connected to the OBS bot camera there, and I can't get to it. Tungsten might be my favorite view at night here, as that camera has worked out for us now.
Let's see. Find where we were at. I need to be.
Cooper's the one that Coach Brown told us could probably play all 9 positions in one game.
Wow.
We asked for Coop's opinion on it, and he says, yeah.
No.
Look, say that with all love. Anybody that knows, Coop's not going to say a lot on the show with us. Crash Davis stands in there from the hill this time, delivers that one off the glove and out of the way for ball 1.
It's set for the all-time great hour of 10:46.
I think we ought to be out of here before then.
Knowing what I know of how some of these run.
Warriors come back and
games.
put up a 15 spot in the bottom of the 6th. Davis throwing some darts in there now.
2-1 count? Is that what I see up there?
Yes.
Did it show up on the board?
That one misses away. 3 balls and a strike now.
Wallace update?
Yeah, it shows 3-1, 1 down.
Yep. Okay.
But now it's apparently 3-1, 3-1.
Okay. Go with that. Oh, there's your buddy. That one.
Yeah,
That
Nick.
won't-
Nick's got football jokes.
Oh.
Nick's got football jokes indeed. That sends Jordan down to first base, and it back to the top of the order. And Jacob Schofer. Jacob Schofer has scored in this inning. He scored in the middle of that grand slam earlier. Very good from the so Nick will appreciate if you're listening still, Nick, and I know you are because you just love the game as much as we do. So Mike up here, the PA and music and all of that up in the press box, he says, does Nick have football jokes or football jokes? And anyone knows Nick knows how much he'll appreciate that in about a minute when this tape delay gets over there. Or I guess right now, if you're watching at home and don't know there's a tape delay.
True. Yeah, we'll have a response in a few moments.
Sure we will. That's good stuff over there by the in-house stadium entertainment. 2 balls and a strike now to Schofer. Schofer trying to put that one where he put the first one.
Right?
Well, it was actually center, but yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
There's
Nicely
just
done.
we've run out of things here in this one tonight.
I can open up my can.
No, please don't.
Okay.
That one lifted fat. Yeah, we're having it's Chuck. You're cutting in and out, Chuck. That's the problem.
Oh goodness!
Did I tell you can't be fun at the old ball game?
No,
Look,
you
no
cannot.
matter what, this is the greatest. This is the greatest game that there is.
A little bit of peanuts and Cracker Jacks. So.
Well, I'll tell you this. So, we sit in my day job. We sit in budget meetings for the city all day long. So it's, if you could imagine, it was about 10 hours of budget meetings getting ready for the 24-25 budget year. And I'll take this over sitting in that.
So what you're saying is you were in a room full of peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
I'll say sitting with you guys is even more enjoyable than sitting through a day of budget meetings. Yes, I will say that.
Okay.
That is a walking down to first goes Schofer. And Braden Kazmaier will stand in there. Schofer's going to give way to a pinch runner. We'll see who that is. Davis just unable to find the strike zone. Coop over there, you got to ring him up. It's 17-3. I don't care where the ball's at or what happens. You ring that one up.
Wow. Camera was on it, so.
Coop doing some magic down there, and that was, look, Nick's like, yep. Jason Branch on to Curtis' run. We saw him a little bit earlier. So it's about a minute and a half delay is all. 2 down here. Davis gets the benefit of that one. The Warriors, I don't know what they're going to have to do coming up in the 6th. They've got to get a bunch to stay in this thing.
Brussels sprouts, I tell you.
This is one of those. They're going to have another shot at third base. Canyon blocks it up like the first baseman he is there. Just happens to be playing third. This is one of those games you just you're ready to get the final out and go on and get ready for the postseason. Warriors will put this one behind them. And you know what? I'll tell you, as Davis throws that one right by Kazmaier, you don't ever want to see a loss, but you don't mind getting your teeth kicked in to get yourself refocused a little bit. They'll get some rest, and they'll come back on fire and make a run for another state championship, what would be their first since 2017, and they're only their second. got to battle to get through it, but they are going to be battle tested after a game like this one. And boy, the memes and such are coming out now from our football guys, indeed. Marlar has awakened a giant there with Magnano. Swung on and missed, and Davis gets the strikeout, and the Warriors out of just an inning for the ages is the only way that I can describe that one. Guys are ready to get this one over with. There's Adelise you see coming out of there, and it's just a game that, went sideways in this one. And it's, again, I don't think you'd ever want to get beat 17-3, but you don't want, a tight one that you lose down at the wire, I don't think would have been a good one either in a particular case like this. But how about let's go out there and put up 15 in the bottom of the sixth, and let's make everybody stay out here a while. How about that?
Somebody said that earlier. Would like to see a 7-hour game, I believe is what the quote was. And
look, you see in front of our dugout, Cam, it's all smiles on the Warriors, and they've checked out of this one a little bit earlier. And don't anybody at any point say they don't care about the game. It's baseball. They're finishing the regular season, and they're going on to the playoffs, and the playoffs start tomorrow.
Doug, do you know what you call a chloroformed rabbit?
Chuck, it's 17-3. I'll say, I don't know, Chuck. What do you call it?
An ether bunny.
Thank goodness the viewers have mostly moved on. And again, I can edit that one out of here. Back on to finish what he started. Cam Martin gets back to the hill.
I have one more.
And there's now, what did you know? You told a couple of them while I was gone.
Those don't count.
So, they do. Throwing that strike, that curveball for a strike just as effectively as he started things. Oh, we've seen a couple of football jokes. That is Tarver that is at the plate. Ty Tarver stands in there.
Okay, here's your last one, Doug.
Again, let me apologize to these folks that have stuck around through this 3-hour contest, but Chuck, go ahead.
Hang on, let's wait till this pitch. Oh.
Where the shouts of where it come through the crowd. We
missed it.
There you go.
So did you know who Bill Nye is?
The science guy, yes, I do.
Did you know that Bill Nye has a sister who doesn't believe in science?
Her name, let me guess, is D.
You got it.
Okay. Getting Markle. Is it bad that I've been around you that long, Chuck, that I knew where you were going with that blasted thing?
Beautiful. It's beautiful. Time well spent.
Logan fouls this one back. 0-1 to Markle. One down here in the bottom of the sixth. Chuck would spend less time jokes and more time on the old flexi score. We'd have it. That one ground over to second base. Play is made there on to first. And in time for the out Ozark pulls it in at first.
Now batting for the Warriors.
Alan Epnet stands in there.
I'm going to say this.
Please don't. Oh, is this okay?
This is real stuff. I think whenever you're doing the Warrior Roundup, what I'll do is that wrap up.
So the Warrior wrap-up show is tonight.
Yes, wrap up. I'm going to make my way around, pick up our other equipment out in the field.
All right.
there.
Well, back to Martin, and he will finish things the way he started it over to first, and that will retire the side and end the ball game. Warriors drop a heartbreaker 17-3 in this one, and brings an end to the regular season. West Ouachita, I believe, wraps their season up tonight.
Question.
And hugs all around for West Ouachita as they play in a tough 5A division, District 2 5A specifically, with the likes of a West Monroe and those guys. They'll, like we said, they'll move down to 4A next year, which will put them in Division 2 is where they'll end up. Come on, Chuck.
I'm sorry. Thought we were on the.
Took away on which one did you take down?
The first base.
Okay.
Did you want it?
No,
Okay.
Don't know if we'll get Brown up here or not in this one. We'll give him an opportunity to make his way up here if he does. Win or lose, he's always been good about making his way up into the press box with us.
Indeed.
Tough end to the regular season, but the Warriors will finish ranked number 2 in Division 5 baseball. And, oh, yeah, absolutely. They're checking to see if we want him, and certainly we do, Chuck. So he'll come up and he'll do the Warrior Roundup with us. We'll spin this around. And let me put the settings back so we can get a good idea. Oh, that's not gonna tell us. We're going to step away just for a moment, take a quick 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
And we are back here at Grace Christian, and it's been just it's just been a tough night for the Warriors, but you let this one just get on out of here. We'll visit with Coach Brown here in just a moment. Now you take a look from our third base dugout cam. Brought out a couple of things extra for you tonight and have enjoyed having you here. That's going to put a close on the regular season, and it has been a sheer pleasure bringing you Grace Christian baseball throughout the season. Look forward to a home playoff game sometime in a couple of weeks, we expect. Ought to do that because you'll get through the first couple of rounds on it. Coach Brown making his way up here, and we'll let him get on that side of us and visit with us here. And, get him settled in now and go to work. And Coach Brown joins us in the press box post-game. And, Coach, just one of them games.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed defensively, first inning and the third inning. We can't have those mistakes. We got some stuff we got to clean up. But, I thought we hit the ball well, just right at him a lot.
Third baseman made a lot of plays tonight. He was solid glove and everything. That if it's an inch or two to the other side of him, innings keep going.
Yeah, Coach Thomas, he was talking to me a while ago about that. He said, 3 or 4 hits you had, you guys might have 8 runs right now. And, he gave us a big compliment. He was telling our whole coaching staff a while ago, he said, look, everybody we've played in your division and seen, he said, hands down, we feel like you're the best team we've seen. We hadn't seen Charter, but we feel like everybody else, you're the best team we've seen. He said, you can see the arms, your lefty's pretty good. And he was like, man, I'm not saying, he said, I feel like you got some tight calls against you there early in the game.
Well, let's talk about that, too, a little bit. Seth gets thrown out quickly, got a quick hook on there. What happened in that one?
Well, he didn't throw him out. He said he restricted him to the dugout, no paperwork. I didn't even see it, to be honest with you, so I'm going off what Seth said and what the umpire said. He said he looked at him and said, call both ways.
That's what we heard up here, is what we heard.
So he restricted him to the dugout.
Which is better than – because if he gets ejected, he doesn't get to play in that first playoff game. Is that right?
I'm pretty sure it's just a class you take, and then if you did it again, you would sit out. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. I just know this, and I'm just going to speak from the truth. I feel like, to be honest with you, I'm disappointed in a lot of ways. But when you hear another coach say that, I just feel like, hey, I don't know. I'm bothered because I feel like some people they hold on to stuff in the past. We got to let stuff go and move on for the kids, man.
Well,
I'll leave it at that.
The kids have they did a battle tonight. It was good to see Cody get out there and pitch a little bit tonight. I know towards the end of it, and we had that camera coach right there by the dugout, and you saw a lot of smiles on there. The guys are going on to the playoffs. They're going to make another deep run, and you've got just as good a squad led by 3 good, solid seniors. And, they know the regular season's over with. They accomplished what they wanted to, got that number 2 seed, and we'll move into the playoffs. So ready to go.
Yeah, and we got some changes. We've been debating on a couple moves, and we got to clean up some stuff, and we're going to make that a point the rest of this week that we're going to open up some competition, and we're going to work hard. And, and we go to McNeese State Friday night, we're going to look at some different things, to be honest with you, because we really feel like the last 2 weeks we've made a couple mistakes at some positions that we got to clean up, to be honest with you, and you can't have it this time of year. And I tell them, the hitting stuff, you're hitting it right at them, this and that. That's going to happen. But defense must be there night in and night out. We have got to get that fixed. And for the most part, all year we've been pretty good, but I just feel like the last probably 3 games in the last 2 weeks I've noticed some stuff, and we just got to clean it up. We're better than that, and I think there's got to be a sense of urgency. You got to play this like it's your last game. And then we didn't even communicate. We had a delay steal in the first inning. We throw the kid out. Cody didn't even know he was gone. Nobody said a word. And then we had another one. If we communicate, the shortstop talks and lets the ball go through. Instead of cutting it off, we get him out at second. And then we got to catch a ball at first. Those are things you cannot have happen, and we got to clean that up.
Coach, let me ask you this. Just speaking as transparently and as bluntly as we do, kids have played a lot of games this season, probably the most. I think 33 out of 34 potential, and have played 5 games in a row. Think fatigue sets in a little bit?
No.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Baseball is such if it was a pitcher, yeah, but I'm sorry. From a defensive standpoint, it's got to be there. And, me and the Northwood Shreve coach talk about this a couple of times. Mitch was even saying it. Look, it's just if it's an arm issue, it's one thing, but defense must be there night in, night out. And talking, look, that has nothing to do. It's just a lack of focus, I feel like. And look, the kids played a lot of ball, no doubt about it. And again, we got some 8th graders, but we just got to have some older kids step up, communicate, get it back going. And hopefully we'll practice some more. We'll give them an off day on Wednesday, and we won't throw the next few days, and we'll let the arms rest, and we'll regroup. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
Big time Canyon Wright was locked in. He put one off the roof at the Y tonight and then hit another bomb on there. He hit it as well as I've seen him hit the ball since the night he hit 3.
Absolutely, man. Too bad there's not more people on base. Golly. I've seemed like I'm saying that a lot when he's up there.
Well, it seems like you have the most power-hitting 2-hole hitter. You moved him up to the 2-hole tonight. What prompted the shuffling in the lineup a little bit?
Just trying to get a spark, man. I just felt like yesterday, I know we put up 17 runs, but
a lot of that was at the end of the game.
Yeah, and I felt like Westlake, we were lacking a hit at the top. So I felt like let's change it up a little bit, and because, we'll probably do the same thing at McNeese, look at some different things. We're playing a good team there, so, we'll see what happens.
That game, Sacred Heart of Ville Platte, Friday night at McNeese Stadium. What's the key to why McNeese?
Well, actually, there's 4 teams going there.
Okay.
There's going to be team play at 5. We moved our game, our kids. So I felt like, hey, us and another team are traveling the farthest, so let's not do the late game. Let's do the earlier game, and we'll have a chance to go eat and stuff afterwards. So we're going to do the early game at 5 now. We've changed our opponent. We're going to play Stanley. And McNeese was a chance just to play at a neutral site. Right. We want to play on bigger field with some turf and just get them kind of used to something different. And we're trying to change our approach hitting a little bit on a bigger field. We don't want them in the mindset that we want to lift everything.
Well, we're excited about seeing that and get you another trip down to the Lake Charles area where you guys are striving to get back there. I'll let you go with one question. You go back into the Lake Charles area, you talk about going somewhere and eating. Are they going to let y'all back at the restaurant you ate at when you went down there to play Westlake? Because we'll leave it.
Wait, Westlake game recently?
Yeah, with your guys down there with Talon's dad and all those guys just having a lot of fun.
Well, we actually didn't eat with those guys.
Okay.
We took the team. We went to Kinder to eat, so I didn't even know what the heck was going on with those guys. To be
Then
honest
we're going to
with you.
sign off right here and not know. You just these parents are having a lot of fun. And that's what you like to see. That's what builds the chemistry between everybody on there, and it's what shaped those teams for you in 16, 17, 18 in those groups as well. You got a great group of parents.
Yeah, absolutely. I love this team. I love this team as a whole. I love the parents, everybody's buying in. And like I said, we'll regroup. We'll be fine. I mean, anybody wins 24 games, you're going to have one along the way. We haven't had one of them along the way.
That's correct.
And maybe this brings our kids back down to earth a little bit and say, we got to refocus and work on some things.
Well, we talked about that in the show. Coach, I'm going to let you get back down to your team.
Appreciate
As
it.
always, win or lose, we thank you for coming up here and sharing your regular
appreciate
season
it.
with us, brother, and we'll see you in the playoffs. Head coach Josh Brown finishing up with us on the Warrior wrap-up show. Again, my man Chuck Perkins joined us up here. I am Doug Gann. We'll see you in the